In a press release to the American public in 2019, Chairman Gerald Nadler made a call to action and awareness, stating that the epidemic of gun violence in this nation is a national crisis and an international embarrassment. In 2017, nearly 40,000 Americans lost their lives due to gun violence. Gun control will improve our society. Gun control is defined as the laws that regulate the sale of firearms, and crime is defined as a punishable act by a state or other authority that is unlawful. Gun violence has plagued the United States for many decades, and without these safety laws that are needed to be placed, guns will be ingrained as a permanent issue in our nation. Safety laws are a solution to decreasing mass amounts of crime, reducing injuries in our youth, and giving the public their wish of reassurance that weapons sold are done with background checks. If implemented, these safety laws will decrease crime rates. According to ABC, when they were in a study concerning California's stricter gun regulations versus Texas's lack of regulations, they found that gun homicide rates in the state of California were cut nearly in half with the stricter regulations to thank. In another study concerning California's stricter gun laws, PPIC found that Californians are 25% less likely to die in a mass shooting. These safety laws show great promise for lower crime and lower mortality rates in the states that implement them. Mass shootings have become a terrifying reality for Americans nationwide, whether it be attending places of worship or a local elementary school. These lacks of safety regulations are a direct effect to public health by not only harming citizens, but those who love them and the communities around them. Safety laws will not only reduce crime nationwide, but protect our country's youth, ensuring that these young people do not have their long lives ended due to a firearm. An article by Gifford states that from 2015 to 2018, nearly more than 35,000 children were shot before their 18th birthday. The legal drinking age is 21 in the US. So many don't understand that an 18-year-old can purchase a rifle to harm themselves or others, but not purchase an alcoholic beverage. Our nation is a widespread concern for our youth as states are finding more ways to ensure children's safety. The KFFF organization showed how states such as California, Oregon, Colorado, and Massachusetts are implementing gun locking features in order to prevent accidents where kids accidentally gain access to a gun, harming themselves or others. In our current society, our youth has been widely violated by the violence that firearms bring. With the public's growing concern for our youth, there is a growing desire among citizens to improve the quality of background checks done on the purchase of firearms. Requiring proper checks on all of these firearm purchases is one of the first essential steps in ensuring that firearms will not be sold for harming oneself or others. While there may be many gray areas during background checks, we need to nail down on these so we can assure public safety. A majority of American citizens are pleading to trash the Second Amendment altogether, so many at least want to have the assurance that background checks are done thoroughly. These safety checks will ease public's distress. In an article on the effectiveness of background checks, they found it will decrease crime and purchases by raising it will decrease crime by raising the price of these weapons on the secondhand markets that the criminals are forced to purchase them on. RAL News reported that in a polling study, 90% of Americans were in support of full background checks on firearms that were purchased. Gun control is necessary to our society. I affirm this proposition due to the countless lives lost through the misuse of firearms and the studies that prove that gun laws can better our society as a whole. Implementing these safety regulations will decrease crime, protect our youth, and bring the American public the ease that they deserve. Gun violence is not a distant issue. It is occurring right on our doorstep. Taking action today can prevent decades of heartache to come. Thank you.